Right. Hello. This is High Priestess Jamila. So I'm not going to be on camera for this one because I am literally laying here in bed about to watch a movie. I have a movie actually queued up. Um, I wanted to come and talk to you guys about quite a few things. And you guys can definitely come to me to get really good protection because I can tell you that we're going to need it. So, the one thing that I've been picking up on big time is a lot of these American people um, that are in America seeking cheap black magic work for the dumbest reasons, very unjustified in doing it. But everybody that seeks to get spiritual work is not smart. And this is the reason why I don't really offer black magic work, right? I don't offer it. Okay. And unless I could confirm and verify, like if I had proof that a person was threatening your life, trying to ruin your life, and it's out there because a lot of people move in silence, but some people, they can't hide their stuff. They can't. They just can't hide it. There are a lot of American people that are going to these practitioners that are on islands, other countries, and paying for cheap work. And I think it's so stupid, but there is apparently that's how some of these people on the islands make their money. And for me, I feel like probably like 90% of people who are seeking black magic do not have a reason to do it. If somebody is threatening your children, if somebody is threatening you, if somebody is like, let's say it's a woman that is trying to sleep with your husband and you don't know what that heifer got, and but she's still after your husband because she wants your husband's money, then that would be a reason to do black magic. There's a lot of different reasons. You being jealous of a person or just randomly frivolously attacking a person, not a good reason. You being a white woman that don't like black people, not a good reason to do black magic. You being a black woman that don't like white people, not a good reason to do black magic. You have to be justified. You should not be doing or getting black magic without being justified. And there are a lot of practitioners out there that will do the work anyway. Some of them don't even believe in what they're doing. But intention is powerful. Some people that go to people to get black magic done, the practitioner is a scam artist and they don't do nothing. They don't do no work or nothing. They don't touch it. But somehow it still works because it depends on the intensity of the intention. So then that's when you're dealing with the evil eye. Okay. Now, however, there are some practitioners that do actually do the work because they just like doing harm to people. They just like hurting people for whatever reason. And there's people that will go and they will pay for it. So I could see it, especially 2 years ago, which is why I up the ante on my protection. Just recently, I upped the ante even more on my protection. And y'all have got to be, especially if you a decent person, you don't see it because you're not meant to see it. The wool is meant to be pulled over your eyes. So let's get into story time here. And I think I'm going to switch over to the laptop. Let me switch over to the laptop so I can, so I don't have to worry about getting interrupted by phone calls. Um, so I can talk to you guys about this. All right, hold on. I'm going to try to mute and without having all that extra stuff happen. Okay, I should be good. Okay. So there are some people that don't take it seriously. And I know, and I have a story to tell you guys. It is about a single white female who went around paying for black magic, and her best friend ended up getting killed. And she is one of those types of people that takes everything for granted. I don't know this person personally, but I only know this person by observation. What I have observed about her. Okay. And I believe it was probably several years ago that this person was dabbling. That's called dabbling in that way. And last year, her best friend was stabbed to death. Here's the thing about people that go and pay for those types of services or either involve themselves with people that practice unethically. What I can tell her is that, and what I can tell you all, is that spirit is going to double down on her. Now, this is a person that is kind of dingy. This person's kind of dingy. Every time something would happen, her granddaughter got kidnapped a few years ago, she runs to YouTube to get attention instead of doing what? Paying attention. She forgets that I had a conversation with her on the phone where she was telling me that she was working with some witches. I remember. Okay. And you can tell that that's what she's involved with. Very, very possessed, very off. And that's why you have to be careful because somebody close to you could be doing that and it can affect you. People close to you that are paying for that kind of black magic to where you just have a single white female who is murderous and somehow she's got this emptiness inside of her and she just wants to do harm to people. Now, if somebody does the work, ritual can be very powerful. Spirits can be conjured. A lot of people try to focus on the goetic spirits. No, witches can conjure their own spirits. They can conjure ancestors and they can conjure spirits. And I could sense that the psychosis of certain people got worse the past few years to where it was, I want to use black magic to murder somebody. Now, of course, at Divine Services Apothecary, nobody can come to me with that. I don't do that. I do healings and cleanses and protection and fertility work. But I also can be very dark. I'm very dark when it comes to my protection, when it comes to my defense. I'm a Cancer. So that's how we are. I'm a Cancer sun, Virgo moon. That's how we are. We're very protective. Okay. So what this woman did was she got her best friend murdered because she's been hanging around with people that are practicing. And for some reason, people think that it's just a game, and it's not. It's very, very real, and you need to be careful what you wish for. Now, this same female went to try to get me killed. And trust me, I'm not worried. When you do things like that and it actually works, here's what Spirit is going to do. Spirit now wants vengeance and retribution for the life that was taken. So whoever it was that paid for the black magic that was not justified is going to have to be the one to suffer. Unfortunately, there are some people who are innocent bystanders. You got a lot of innocent bystanders in this world. The young lady that was murdered, do I feel she was an innocent bystander? I don't believe she deserved that. No. But after years and years of participating in the most evil, diabolical attacks on people, okay? Now, what Spirit wants is retribution for the life that was taken. Regardless, death is very final. It is. Now, there are certain things that you can do to possibly be deserving of death. For example, gang stalkers. Gang stalkers are so in danger of death at any moment because they're gang stalking people. They're gang stalking somebody. So if you're being gang stalked, that's an attempt to take your life. That's an attempt. So that's a murder attempt. Gang stalking is a murder intent. Otherwise, you wouldn't be justified in calling on somebody's death. If somebody is of danger to you, people cannot live in cardboard boxes, even though there's people that do. People cannot eat air. So somebody that is attacking your livelihood, your life, your home, they're attempting to take your life. So then you would be justified. However, this lady, even though she may not even mess around with it anymore. She might have decided to walk away, maybe even join the church. But that spirit is still watching. And that spirit took her best friend off of this earth because of the evil that she did. Children lost their mother. People lost their niece. Her mother lost her daughter because of this person that thought that magic, black magic, was a game. This very irresponsible person. So spirit wants retribution at this point, is what spirit wants. Spirit wants something to happen to this person. Can she just go to a practitioner and pass it to somebody else? Nope. She can't. She can't do it. There's a series of things that you would need to do for yourself. None of those things I doubt that she knows anything about. Please be careful with your anger. Do not get angry or either take for granted black magic and its realness. I know it's a lot of people out there that get really, really cocky. They do. They get really cocky. And they say, oh, can't nothing hurt me, and da-da-da-da, and I got Jesus, and da-da-da-da. You know how many people get killed every single day that pray to Jesus because of black magic? So now at this point, spirit has this person possessed. And this person is going to probably go and seek answers, and more than likely, because she has no real direction, is going to get bad advice. So make sure that y'all have y'all protection intact, because there's people there's people that will run across your Instagram page or your Facebook page, and they will get jealous of you and try to pay for black magic work. There are some people, y'all, that are walking around here that are under the mistaken impression that they can just sacrifice any human being that they want. And that is not real. Everybody has guardians, everybody has angels. It's just that most people don't have them invoked and most people don't see it. But it's a lot of it. It's a lot of people that ain't right in their heads. And especially a lot of you pretty girls out there. Okay. You pretty, you successful, you got a lot of power, you got a lot of vitality. You got something that they want. And that's why you always hear about disturbing stories. That's part of the reason sometimes. And these people are out here doing it for sport. Now, do I believe that those people are going to continuously get away with it? No. But do you want to lose your loved one and say, well, they won't get away with it? No, you want to prevent tragedy from happening. Unfortunately, there are some of the dumbest people that exist. They're just dumb. They don't have much sense, but sometimes those people will have money, and those people will have money to go and pay to get work done on you. And unfortunately, sometimes the price for black magic is murder. In fact, anytime someone is murdered, there's a strong possibility that black magic had something to do with it. Now, I'm not saying that humans are not responsible for their behaviors. I'm not saying that, but humans, for the most part, can be very easy to manipulate. And let's face it, with 80%, 70 to 80% of the population. Let me close this door because Ty's in there pissed off about that game, fussing about something. And it's a lot of people out there that are ruthless. They're very ruthless. I had some people trying to put some stuff on my family. People tend to underestimate people, though. They do. I don't never underestimate anybody. I just understand spirit and what spirit can do. Okay. Am I afraid that those people are ever going to be able to hurt my family and my loved ones? Not at all. Not at all. But that's only because I have the proper protection. So y'all got to understand that these people are out here and they want you dead. They do. They want you dead. It's a lot of people out here that they just don't have good sense. They really honestly don't. And there are practitioners that will manifest very chaotic, very angry, very, very malevolent energies against you. And as y'all can see, there are some people, they just not wrapped too tight, are they? Murder is not a laughing matter. It's not. There's nothing funny about that. It's horrible. And I'm not saying it's karma. That's not karma. You go and you pay for black magic. I mean, it's along the realms of karma, but it's that doesn't explain it completely. What you're dealing with is spirits and then sacrifice sometimes. That's what you're dealing with, and it can happen even with the people that are closest to you sometimes. So it's really important to keep your protection up. It's not something that you have to be paranoid about. It's not something that but you have to understand that it is very important to be and to stay protected. You know what I mean? And most people commit self-harm. I had to tell somebody last week, don't wish nothing on yourself. When you wish things on yourself, you have to be able to watch your mouth. So sometimes it can be self-inflicted when you're wishing stuff on yourself, okay? But, for the most part, there are a lot of people that are already possessed when they go to these practitioners, these black magic practitioners. They're already possessed. And they will pay for this black magic. And then unfortunately, someone innocent close to them will unfortunately lose their life And that is what happened in this situation that I'm speaking about this woman that paid for black magic, and the result was the murder of her best friend. Did she learn anything from it? No. Some people do not have the ability to learn lessons, because what is she doing? She's still doing the same thing that led to the loss of her friend. The same thing. She's up to the same no good. So everybody around her is in danger. If you're going to be doing black magic, you need to make sure that you're protected. But the best protection is to not do unjustified black magic. That would be the best protection. If somebody is doing harm to you, if somebody is threatening you, okay, then you may be justified if they are affecting you or before they affect you. You don't want to wait until somebody starts affecting you. You want to make sure that you take care of it in advance. But my point that I'm making, yes, hold on, you guys. Hey, can you bring me a water? Thank you. My point is to stay protected. Okay, keep your protection up. And most of these people don't have good protection. They don't. Not if you're practicing black magic. If you're just doing it, and even sometimes white magic can cause adverse effects. It depends. Okay. And then it gets a little bit deeper when you get into shamanism. It gets a lot deeper. And about the single white female that we talking about, spirit still feels as though she has a debt. Thank you. I'm having deja vu. I love that feeling. Oh my God, I'm having deja vu. Spirit feels like this lady still owes a debt. Is she going to pay the debt? Not with anything except for maybe possibly her life. I'm telling y'all straight up and down. Uh it's not over for that lady, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because it's her responsibility. What you do is your responsibility. Okay? What you do, you have to be held accountable for. And then also there's bad spiritual advisors out there that will give her bad advice on what she needs to do. Because what she believes that she can do is go out here and find a human sacrifice. And she probably will. Maybe. But it shouldn't be anyone that you know. It shouldn't be anyone close to you. And, this person doesn't realize, and I think that it's because she's a white woman and she's under the mistaken impression that nobody cares about black people. So she is now being threatening to my family. Little does she know that I know everything about the debt that she owes, and she will pay it. Words to the wise. Please take it seriously. The person that I'm talking about, however, is not wrapped too tight, has issues with stalking people, has a history of stalking people. And then also, this person seems to have like a derealization disorder. Okay. That's when you don't know what's real and what's not. That's when you're delusional. Okay, very delusional. And the reason why she's delusional is because she thinks that she's safe and she thinks that she's protected, and she is not. Focused on all the wrong things, focused on other people's lives, focused on talking about people that she does not know, focused on trying to look after another woman's life, which is what got her in that position in the first place. Okay. Um, make sure you got your protection. And I'm not just talking about a salt jar. Salt is very powerful, but it can be flaky. Okay, so can brick dust. Can be very flaky. So just make sure, and don't think that witchcraft is a way for you to deal with your inadequacies. Seeing a therapist is a way for you to deal with your inadequacies. Um, Maybe doing some daily positive affirmations for yourself would be a way to deal with your feelings of inadequacy, and not doing that. Okay, not doing that. Okay, and just FYI, there's black magic in the Bible, in Psalms as well. That is included as well. Okay, any form of black magic. There's a lot of people that feel safe. They feel very safe using Psalms, in particular Psalms 109 is very, very popular. These people don't realize that that is a death curse, is what it is. And those death curses can backfire on you. Okay, especially if you're not justified. And a lot of people don't understand death. Death is not a spinning wheel. It's not a wheel. It's not like you're on The Price is Right, to where you can just spin the wheel and it just lands on people. That's not the way that death works. Okay. So, and you will end up owing a debt. And most people would go about it totally the wrong way. Okay. And I've been removing death magic from people for the past decade. And I can tell you that sometimes in a few of those cases, it's where the person um, may have done something that they wasn't supposed to do. So I do help with those cases too, because you can clear that out, but you've got to understand that just going out and saying, hey, somebody's making me feel some type of way. I'm jealous of them. They have blue eyes or they have gray eyes, and I don't want this person to live. But you know what? I personally, as a practitioner, would not take a case like that. There's some that will, and the unthinkable ends up happening. Okay? All right. That's my discussion on that. If you guys need to reach me for help, I have some of the best top notch ironclad protection. Okay, because these people ain't just doing a little bit. You notice how the evil eye has intensified. It intensifies of every generation, because you got some people that the older they get, the crazier they get. The older they get, the nuttier they get. There are some people that embrace life, they embrace themselves, they love themselves, they embrace getting older. But there are some people that they have hangups, they have insecurities, deep insecurities, very malevolent thoughts, and they will try to go to practitioners. And if you're a practitioner, I wouldn't touch it, because a practitioner could be held responsible for that. In fact, you would be held responsible. You can't just say, oh, well, the client paid for it. I mean, listen, if you're a practitioner listening to me right now, don't let my understanding of things limit you as far as your magic. That's not what I'm trying to do whatsoever by saying that. But I'm just saying sometimes you got to think twice. Okay. I would not work no curses unless I knew somebody was justified in it. And you can't go by hearsay. You can't go by rumors, because I've seen plenty of people make up lies about people so that they can try to justify it. And it'll be a total lie, and it'll be unjustified, the attacks that they're doing to people, and they end up finding out you were not justified in doing that. And right now at this second, like, I live in the South, and I've actually ran into people that are racist, that feel that you deserve to have black magic put on you just because you're white. Or there's some people that are running around here saying that you deserve to have black magic put on you just because you're black. There are some people that will try to justify cursing people because you're a single mother. There are some people that may want to curse you because you're tall, handsome, light skinned, dark skinned. It may be something about you that person has a problem with. Typically, racism is rooted in jealousy, which is all the evil eye. Okay. So y'all be careful out there. Okay. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good day. Make sure y'all subscribe to the Witches Broom channel, or either this channel. Whichever channel you're on, make sure you subscribe to both of them, because my other channel is down for a week. Or unless they reinstate it before then. So I'll be doing my lives and stuff over here. All right. Blessings. Bye.